Hello everyone, Immoderate here. Happy Women's Strike Day! What is the Women's Strike? It's called a day without a woman. It's similar to the Day Without Immigrants that happened a little while ago, and is an extension of the Women's March on Washington that happened right after the inauguration of President Donald Trump. What is it for? Well, it's for everything. No, I'm kind of weird about this issue because it's a general strike, which means that it's women not going to work, doing various random things, and it means everything. What do I mean by that? Okay, so here's the FAQ for the Day Without a Woman. What is the goal of a Day Without Women? The goal is to highlight the economic power and significance that women have in the U.S. and global economies, while calling attention to the economic injustices women and gender nonconforming people continue to face. We play an indispensable role in the daily functions of life in all society through paid and unpaid, seen and unseen labor. All this is true. We must have the power to control our bodies and be free from gender norms, expectations, and stereotypes. We must free ourselves and our society from the constant awarding of power, agency, and resources disproportionately to masculinity, to the exclusion of others. We must end the hiring discrimination that women, particularly mothers, women of color, women with disabilities, indigenous women, lesbian, queer, and trans women still face each day in our nation. We believe that creating workforce opportunities that reduce discrimination against women and mothers allows economies to thrive. Nations and industries that support and invest in caregiving and basic workplace protections, including benefits like paid family leave, access to affordable childcare, sick days, health care, fair pay, vacation time, and healthy work environments, have shown growth and increased capacity. We believe in gender justice and the protection of the human rights of gay, lesbian, bi, queer, trans, two-spirit, and gender nonconforming people. I don't think I've ever heard of this two-spirit thing. I'll have to look into it. We believe in an economy powered by transparency, accountability, security, and equity. We believe that all workers must have the right to organize and fight for a living minimum wage, and that unions and other labor associations are critical to a healthy and thriving economy for all. Undocumented and migrant, farm workers, and domestic workers must be included in our labor protections, and we stand in full solidarity with the sex workers' rights movement. We recognize that exploitation for sex and labor in all forms is a violation of human rights. This is why this stuff will fail. I will say this a million times. You cannot fix every problem all at once. It just isn't a thing. And a general strike is not going to work because you're making people angry by not coming to work and all that stuff, but you're not making meetable demands. So I think that's the main problem with the women's march movement in general. They're just lumping too many things into one thing. So, they're working for workplace discrimination. They're, campaigning for abortion. They're campaigning in gender justice. They're campaigning in a transparent government. They're campaigning for a living minimum wage for all people, not necessarily women. The other issue is that you can't guarantee that all the women participating in the march or the Day Without a Woman are actually in favor of all of these things. And that's why they should really have multiple marches for each issue. They also need to keep the LGBT stuff out of it. Not because those things aren't, important in their own way, but it's a separate issue. And just lumping all that stuff in with women is just going to create more problems. Now, I haven't really had the chance to get out and see what's actually going on. What I've seen so far pretty much is that a lot of schools closed so the teachers and stuff can participate in this strike. And that's about it. So I know that women were supposed to be not buying things today, which I guess probably could have, a economic impact. I mean, they might see that a lot of things are not being bought, not being done. So, that might be a cause for concern for some people. But really, in general, I just don't see this working. I think that the current women's movement is going to fail. And it's for the reasons that I said. It's because they're doing too much all at once. And they think that they're going to fix every issue that women have with a couple marches. Historically, general strikes don't really do much. They're disjointed, their aims aren't clear. It just isn't something that policymakers can really latch onto and really, meet them halfway on. In conclusion, the Women's Strike 2017 is pretty much a day off for a lot of kids from school. And that's probably about all that's going to happen because of that. Less education for children. Alright, well that concludes my video for today. Please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your days. I'll be talking to you again soon.